Hello and welcome. I am Raziel, and so we got a new Black Templar model. Yeah, I know, it's probably yesterday, and I'm late to the party as always, just to give my 2 cents on it. And yeah, okay, so let's just make this clear because some people don't like listening. This is just a silly week for me, so I'm going to talk about stuff that's truthful and honest. I'm going to always, but it is just going to be a little bit silly take of it, and yeah, that's about it because heavy week last week. I need to get over that. And so we have this new Black Templar model, which is the same pose as the champion and Grimaldus. Grimaldus with a selfie stick. Yeah, so that is it. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's like it's really weird that Games Workshop have zero imagination when it comes to creating their models. And the weird thing is because they do them all monopose now, and you very rarely get anything in 40k which isn't monopose. So you don't really have that number of choices when it comes to building models. Certain models you can and still can do, such as the Custodes, Firstborn Space Marines, to a degree, and I do mean that like to a degree. It's basically just their arms now and their heads. But when you get this very the same poses used time and time again. They're running pose. They have one running pose. But there's only a certain amount of time. So blah, 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 blah. Body poses, blah, 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 blah. Yes, that is true. But here's the thing. It's a lot. It's a lot. People don't understand. Even if you're not a contortionist, their body is pretty darn flexible. Like really, really flexible. And if you've been with a contortionist, you just know how flexible. Anyway, yes, so the body is actually really flexible. And having these repeated poses time and time again just shows there's a lack of imagination within Games Workshop. Now, I've told you before, and I'll say it again, I do like building walkers. Now, even more so because I've been having a lot of fun with the Solo Auxilia ones. A lot of fun, doing different poses with the kit. And the thing is, they actually sort of show you how to do different poses as well, because there's ways you're going to make it fixed as they want it to be, and then there's ways of not doing it fixed and clipping certain bits out. And so, the thing is, right, with walkers, especially Games Workshop walkers, they don't really have ball joints on their hips. They have them on the feet, but not on the hips. And so you've basically just got that 360 sort of angle, not 360 plus roundy, right? And so that's the walkers, and it's really cool. Tanks I can understand because any vehicle which has tanks, tracks, or wheels tend to be very boring. If they don't have arms and legs, they are going to be exceptionally boring because why not? And well, because they're basically a moving block of metal, whatever. Right, you know what I mean? It's just the same shape moving forward. Walking shape is fluid and it changes a lot. When something walks, it uses its entire body. You walk using your body. Anyway, so basically, you have these standing still champions and ancients, and they all look the same. And it's boring. And Games Workshop are forgetting this. Now, what really kind of drags this home is Games Workshop's the only one that's doing this, by the way. That's what I've seen. Like, if you look at Warlord games, you'll see they have lots of different poses. And they're not even super space marines, these are just normal soldiers. Okay? And these are just your basic people, and that's it. And Warcradle are brilliant with their Wildest Exodus. I have over 100 different models, and I don't think I have unless I repeated the model, which such as wolves, there isn't a single pose repeated. And there is so many bipedal models, basic infantry. And these are not just the ones moving as well. These are the ones that are like standing still, firing down a sniper scope. Even those are different. And so, yeah, there is many different poses. And Games Workshop just doesn't like doing them. The running pose is their most famous because it's been about for 20 years. I would say about 20 years. First time I remember seeing it is in the Inquisitor game, the big game. If you remember that. Yeah, and it was the Adeptus Arbites. She had a shield and a dog, and she had that running pose. The same one that Talon Blackheart has, same one that Angon has, same that everyone in that sort of situation has that running pose. Yeah, it's one that's complete. It's just repeated endlessly, and it's kind of weird because now you can sort of see it when they actually sort of flip it as well, because they're saying, "Oh, it's different. It's just the left foot forward, not the right foot." It's like, yeah, but what's weird is that they've shown with two different models that a slight different change, just a slight different change in the pose can make a lot of difference. And you can do this with your own models as well. You can make a huge amount of difference just with a very slight posing change. If you got Adeptus Custodes, you can put the Vaxilia Praetor in the hand, and then this is kind of cool. You can do this. Have them in a running pose and have the sword in the other one. You can actually make it look very fluid with the Felix. And because you don't have to put the Felix Praetor standing up, you can have it at an angle. So it looks like he's running along with his standard, ready to do, heroic stuff with that standard. Probably hit the traitor with it. That's probably what he'll do. And so, yeah, so even like you can do this with yourself. And even the most very static models you can add live to. But Games Workshop doesn't want to do that. And of course, they want to put them on rocks as well. Everyone needs to be on rocks. Rocks for everyone. Rocks, rocks, rocks. Because the Emperor built the Imperial City on rock and roll. And so, that's the thing. And there's just this constant barrage of absolute tedium and boredom over the poses. And these are the people people would like to say are the best model makers in the world. Whereas War Cradle, 100 different models, 100 different poses. Even when it's the same person just going from normal to legendary. Different pose. Even the birds have different poses as well, because why not? And it's, like I said, it's just constant laziness on their part. And whereas every other company's like, we're going to do lots of different poses because we can. We can make lots of different models with a single kit because we can. Games Workshop's like, no, we must copy and shift this, copy and paste this pose forever. Forever. It will always be this pose. Soon we're just going to get all the same Space Marines just standing there with their gun in the air, pointing upwards, telling the world that they are actually He-Man, or they're posing for, actually, I'm going to say they're posing for a Star Wars poster, but Luke Skywalker has both hands in the way. So I don't think that one counts. Anyway, this is it. So like I said, a bit of a silly video. Hope you all have a good one. Look at this lovely Black Templar model. If you wish to save money on your wargaming, of course, there's Rolling Games down below, as always. Free delivery up to £20 and up to 20% off your wargaming. There is also Forbidden Planet comic DVDs, mangas, etc., etc. There is my merchandise as well. If you want to support me personally. There is also Skyforge. Now to get Skyforge. And finally, Patreon because business. Bye bye.